for 5.5 years. Feels like yesterday, but I just signed up. But I started as a coach because I had lost 70 pounds and 10 jean sizes, and I felt amazing. And I was working in corporate America. I was doing the 9 to 5, traveling to and from, an hour commute, thinking to myself, there's got to be more to life than this. It was a very toxic environment. It was just, there was no room to climb the ladder. I have a degree in college, and I was like, I did all the things that I'm supposed to do. Why am I not? What is going on? I was trying for other jobs, and in the meantime, at night, I would go to the gym, I would work out, and I was introduced to the Insanity program. And when I started, trying it and doing a couple of the workouts here and there, I went on Facebook and I was just kind of trying to figure out, like, what is this Insanity program? And sure enough, I learned about Beachbody coaching. I found, like, oh my gosh, there's something that I can do. I can be home with my future family. At the time, I did not have kids. And I was like, wow, I can pay it forward. I can do these things that, give me purpose. And the beauty of this all was I had no idea the amazing opportunity that could come to me. The success this thing can bring to you is just holy moly if you show up every single day. So let's just go there. I have lost 70 pounds since I had the kids. I had a really rough pregnancy and infertility battle, and I do deal with some autoimmune issues, so my weight gain was huge. I was on the couch through that whole pregnancy. So I lost 70 pounds after I had them. Emotionally, like, wow, there's just so much in the world that can just bring you down, and because of personal development, I have been able to just see life in such a positive way. I've been able to be a better mom, a better wife, a better friend, a better coach, and I grow year after year. It's like you're constantly improving and growing, which is just the best part, I think, in this business. And on top of all of that, we were able to pay off over $40,000 of debt. We were able to purchase a home in Arizona. We moved from Chicago to Arizona because it was cold. And we had come out of a short sale situation where my husband lost his house, unfortunately, but he is eventually going to be able to be back on homes and stuff, on the loans or whatever. And because of this opportunity, we were able to purchase a home here in Arizona, followed by putting a pool into the ground, which has been my dream and my vision for years upon years, to be out west, to have a pool, to just have it all, if you will. We've been able to take our family on trips and pay cash for them. We've been able to save. We've been able to give to people, give to charities in the church, and we have it's just been such an incredible blessing to be able to do this. And on top of all of it is all the friends you've made, all the community you're surrounded by, the positive, uplifting people. It's just been so incredible. And the crazy thing is, it continues to grow. As you work on yourself, you can grow this amazing business. Obviously, you can tell it takes time, right? 5.5 years of hard work that you gotta go after. But this business has just completely changed our entire life. So that's me. Okay, cool. Hey guys, I am Lindsay. I'm excited to be here all the way from Arizona. It is 70 there and it's 20 here. I don't know how y'all do it. I was like, I gotta get out of here. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna do something. I want you all to stand up, and I want you to hug 2 people. Go to them and hug them, please.
Anybody.
Yeah, anybody.
Oh, you?
Yeah, okay. All right, sit back down.
Everybody's continuing to help.
be in this room right now if somebody didn't invite you or make a post or do something, right? Am I right or am I right? Okay, so let's talk about recruiting and how we can bring more people to this room or to Summit or wherever you want to bring them, okay? All right, so I'm going to take you back. We're going to get as basic as we can get. I'm going to go back to when I was a coach, when I was a baby coach, exactly what I did. I'm going to walk you through how I recruited and how I identified people that were going to build this business with me. So first thing was I started a group, one group. I called it Lindsay's Virtual Fit Club or Lindsay's Fit Club, or I don't remember what I call it, Motivation with Lindsay. You name it what you want to name it. In the group, I did what you shouldn't do, and I added everybody. I was like, yeah, join my group. Like I did that thing that annoys you. Yeah, it was me. But I did that like 5 years ago before it got to be out of hand. So I'm sorry for starting that trend. All right, so the reason I did this was because I wanted a safe place for people to feel comfortable to talk about their journey. I didn't care if they did Beachbody. I didn't care if they ran. I didn't care if they did yoga. All I cared about was that they weren't a coach and they weren't working with a coach. That was it. I didn't care about anything else, okay? The purpose of the group was to make a community for everyone to have a safe, positive, motivating, uplifting space. That's the purpose. That's why I had it. Also, for me to add value to them. Here you see me talking about apple cider vinegar. I call it my pre-meal drink because I drink it before I eat. And all I did was make a post, and they were like, what are you doing with that? What is that? And I was able to help them learn a little bit about the benefits and how amazing this stuff was. So you can utilize this group just like you would your main page. I would say you could potentially post in both spaces. I use that group, and then also now, which we weren't able to do back then, but you can go live in there and you can talk about meal planning. One thing that I think nowadays is people are running clean eating, water challenge, this challenge, that challenge, and it's like 20 groups, and new coaches might be like, hold on. So for me, I say create a free group, invite everybody to it. Don't do it the way I did it. Don't listen, that was bad advice. I'm just telling you what I did. It's a great way for you to encourage someone and be like, hey, I have this free motivational group, you should join. And you can also edit the title of the group to, we're gonna do clean eating this week. We're gonna do, coconut oil and all the benefits this week, and I'm gonna post for the next 5 days. And everyone's in the group's gonna love it, right? And you're gonna be able to attract new people into the group as well. And what else? You get to share your own personal journey. They're gonna share their journey, okay? They are going to feel safe to share their journey in there, and you're going to get to build trust with them. And they're building a community of friends, okay? So for me, instead of doing a clean eating group, a water challenge, a squat challenge, a this challenge, a that challenge, I'm like, let's all come together, let's all be in one group, and I will switch things out. I'll add recipes, we'll do clean eating for a week, we'll talk about post-holiday, bloat and how we can fix that problem. Another thing you can do in the group is you can offer them Beachbody on demand for 30 days for free. That's an amazing opportunity because what do we have going on right now? The All Access Pass package, where everybody should be focused. Yeah. One thing, let's keep it simple. Let's not overcomplicate this, you guys. This business is super simple. All right, so my goal was always to have new friends coming into that group on the daily, 2 to 3, whatever your number is. It really doesn't matter if it's 1, 5, 10, 2, whatever. Whatever you want it to be, that was my goal. And guess what? While I was in this group, and this goes back to what Christina just talked about, she said we didn't necessarily have challenge packs or any of that stuff back in the day. So we thought about the business. Like that's what we thought about. And so for me, I could see who was killing it in the group, who was posting, who was motivating others. And I'd be like, hey, you are amazing. Have you ever thought about being a coach because you're doing what I do? I'm just getting paid. And they'd be like, really? What do you, how do I do it? What do I do? Where do I sign up? What do I do? And that was my initial way of recruiting. But what I want to do is talk to you about the puzzle of recruiting, okay? So this is one thing. There's going to be a couple other things we're going to talk about. I'll flip to the next slide. Because this is really a puzzle that kind of comes together. You know, you got to put the pieces in the puzzle to make it work. So, oh, I'm missing this slide. Hold on a sec. Oh, this is my old, okay. All right, so we're going to talk about attraction marketing. I'm trying to see if I can, this is my old slideshow. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to roll with it. All right, I'm not even going to look. We're just going to roll with it. So just be patient on that for a minute. We're going to talk about coach life posts and attraction marketing. So get a notebook out because you're going to need it. And I'm going to get a drink of water. All right, in your posts, so public posts on your social media, your job is to be a shining example of what coaching is and what it can be for the people watching you. That's your job. So every day when you're making posts about your lifestyle, about your things, right? Who you're trying to talk to, you want to infuse things about coaching in there. So this doesn't necessarily mean join my team. Like, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about me, no more traffic. I don't have to drive in the snow from Orland Park to Glendale Heights every day and go back in the traffic and leave at 5 a.m. to handle whatever's going to happen because I don't know how soon I'll get to that office. I don't have to do that anymore. So what I can do is I can make a post and I can talk about how awesome my new drive is and share me and my boys, right? And I had a photo, but it's not here. Sorry. But there's like one kind of. No alarm clock. Only working in yoga pants now, right? What else? Travel, friendships, the community, the accountability. All right, so here's what you're gonna do. And I'll give you some more ideas. You're gonna write out all the reasons you love being a coach. We're gonna create an arsenal of posts. You're gonna write out, I don't know, 10, I'll give you like a minute or so. Why do you love being a coach? Why do you love it? What has it done for you? So, physically, financially, mentally, how has it impacted your life? Write them down. So my kids started preschool in the fall. They're 4, twins, boys, and we've been sick every other, I don't know, week with them since they've started school. I've been in the hospital with the flu. I've had viruses. I'm just getting past something. Thankfully, today it's a good day. But guess what? Do you think a full-time job would have been happy with me taking all that time off? No, especially the job I had before this. I would have been out. So again, what do you love about it? Like, that's one of the things that always stands out to me, is that I don't have to wake up unless my kids wake me up, unless I want to be a morning person that day, like today. Or maybe it's a before and after. Maybe it's somebody who lost weight with you and you just love it. You gotta infuse that, and everyone, I don't know if you guys use this, but the famous hashtag Coach Life can be a part of that post. Okay, you guys got some ideas written down? Y'all quiet. You ready to work out? So these posts are a part of your puzzle, okay? They're a part of your puzzle. You've got to be planting the seeds, if you will. This is like a seed planting when you're posting and talking about what the beauty is, what you love about this business, how it's impacted your life, okay? Another suggestion I could give you is to create photo albums when you're going on your trips so people can follow them. Or even your fitness journey is a great idea. Like, let's say you're starting Core de Force, and you're like, my Core de Force journey, and just put it in an album instead of just like posts. Like, yeah, you want to post, but let them kind of follow. They need to be able to follow something, right? Okay. So everyone's got ideas written down? Yes? Y'all have written down?
Yep.
How many ideas did you write down? 12, yeah. I'll tell you what, I can tell you a lot of coaches, elite coaches that I've spent time with, they generally have about 20 to 30 written in an Evernote, and they'll start to craft the posts, and you kind of got them on point, but you're always going to find, if you're always being aware of like the beauty of this business, you're always going to find ways to post about it. Like, if you go look at my page, I've been talking about it the whole time I've been here because it brought me back here, right? I got to come hang out with you guys. I'm gonna get to share about a workout here shortly. So always be like mindful of that when you're wanting to grow your team. All right, so the next part of the puzzle, we are moving to public call to actions. So this is not the planting of the seed. This is you actually saying something to get someone to take action. And I will say that when you guys see these posts going on, a very small amount are going to take action on the posts. It just is what it is. So if you're throwing posts and you're like, I got nothing, nothing's happening. That's because, I don't know, that's just how it is. But you still have to do it because your public post needs to match private invites, which we'll talk about here in a second, as soon as we get through this. So here I am talking about, this is a Sunday night. Sunday nights, Monday nights are great posting times, just because tomorrow is the Super Bowl, and what's going to happen, there's going to be parties, and guess what Monday morning is going to bring? I have to go to work. I'm so tired. I could just sleep in. And if you're in their face, they could be like, ooh, maybe I could do that. Because I remember being in Orland Park, that's where the house was that we lost, the short sale. It was snowing, it was Super Bowl, I think the Bears were playing, it was a while back. They played like a couple years ago, right? I don't even know who's playing tomorrow. Is that bad? Okay, sorry. But I remember it was snowing. My car, I was driving a Ford Focus, which is a nightmare to drive in the snow. I was watching it just pour down, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to get up, and I have to get up tomorrow. I just want to sleep, right? Or I just want to be home. So those things are what I go after when I make my posts. So always be thinking of the person and their pain. So I can't read my note here, it's kind of covered, but I talk about, have you been following my posts about how I'm building this business from the comfort of home, and then I go into the pain. The truth is, I got sick and tired of the 9-to-5 grind. Corporate America is not my thing. I'd much rather be my own boss, work on my own terms, my hours. And then I go into a little bit of my story, and after a long, busy weekend, tomorrow I will wake up, get in a workout, I'm gonna walk down the hall, jump on my computer and work for a couple hours, and maybe I'll take a shower. Sounds like something you'd love to learn about? Sounds like a dream? Lord knows I was skeptical for 8 months because I want them to know, like, I got you. I know you're thinking, yeah. Because when my coach started talking to me, the thing that got me, 8 months, you guys, 8 months, 8 months, too long, but 8 months I watched her, and it was every Thursday. It's payday. It's, I'm with my kids, working on my health and fitness journey, we're gonna go shopping. Thursday. I'm like, I don't know what she's doing. And she'd message me, you're amazing, because I was like on my my fitness thing, and I was doing my thing, and she's like, you need to do this, and I'm like, it's a joke, no. And then she posts, and I'm like, how are you getting paid? I don't understand. But I never asked her, but she kept posting, and that's what finally got me. So you have to post, it's part of the puzzle. So we've talked about a group, a place, a safe place for people where you can build your relationships with them. We've talked about coach life posts, and just for the sake of your business, I will say, if you are going to talk about, I went to Target and I spent $100 and my husband didn't call me and like get mad at me, just don't forget the income disclaimer, just for the protection of your own business. I just want to add that in. It's important. It really is. I like to put it really small in a photo, by the way. So if you're wanting to talk about income, you can just put it really small in a photo, and you're good to go. Sorry, just want to add that in for you guys. All right, public. Let's go. I gotta go, Lindsay. Okay, we're gonna talk about. So once you've posted, now you can do something like apply here, comment below, like my post, or join me in a sneak peek event, right? You can do all kinds of things. And sneak peeks, we'll go there for a second. They can be an event or a group. I like events, I don't like groups. Why? I don't know. I just don't get a lot of traction in the groups, so I don't like the groups. So I do events. Also because other people will see me publicly talking and going live in the event page, and they'll come over there and they'll be like, what's this girl doing? Because I'll see him on the video. And that's just more opportunity of people for me to reach. A place where other people can invite friends to. And you can do this with a group as well. Whatever works for you, because I know groups work for some people. We do our sneak peeks while we're at Summit, while we're on the Success Club trip, when we have our team events. Perhaps while you were here this weekend, you could have done a sneak peek into coaching, because what can you show them? Everything, right? We're at an event, we're with these people, we're gonna work out, you can go live, you can do all kinds of things, and then you can talk about what coaching's done for your life and share your story in a video. Backstage passes, same concept as a sneak peek, it's just 1 hour instead of like a 3-day sneak peek. I like backstage passes, I think they're pretty awesome because they go like this. And there was a request for me to break it down for you. So what we do is we will have success stories, a welcome video, success stories, what has coaching done for my life, coming from your team, of course, a day in the life of the coach, how we connect and meet people, how we earn, myth busters, and that's it. That's all we do. And the myth busters are pyramid scheme, do we need inventory, they don't want to be salesy, and they don't have time. So you just handle those. And if you want me, I do actually have a whole post on that I can share into the Dream Extreme Coach event page. So onward to the private invites. I think this is where, I don't know, fear kicks in. Like, I gotta invite these people. For me, it never kicked in. I was so excited because I was like, you work on your fitness and you can get paid. This is so cool. You got to do this with me. When you go into your invites, you have to be like me. You have to be so excited. I have to drink some Energize and then I'm ready to go. It's like Energize, personal development, workout, invite. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, yeah, because guess what? Everything you bring to your computer, if you come in there and you're like, I gotta get through my power hour. I'm gonna join my team. Okay, my power hour's done. They're not gonna feel your energy. They've got to feel your energy. That's why I like to do sneak peeks when I'm at events, because what's happening? The energy is crazy. You're surrounded with your team. For me, my team's everywhere. They're all over the country, and you may have that. A lot of you guys are here, but for me, my team is everywhere, and so I like to do these events with them, these sneak peeks and stuff. All right, so when you are excited, you're getting in there, you're inviting them, you're gonna form them. Y'all know what form is? If you don't, go learn, because I don't have time to teach you. Like we gotta go. All right, you need to ask what they like about their current job. Are they working? Are they a mom at home that's looking for more? You've kind of heard a lot of this today with the inviting, with the finding your ideal person that you want on your team, your lifer. Find out about these people. Treat them in your conversations like you're sitting in a coffee shop with them. Or go sit in the coffee shop with them, right? You can get on Zoom with them. I don't know if a lot of them will get on the phone, because the one thing that Eric Worre says is nowadays it's texting. People won't pick up a phone. They may Zoom with you, but social media and stuff, I'm telling you. Okay. All right, so I aim to invite about 15 people a week to the business. They're coming from everywhere. So that's why we're putting this puzzle piece together, because I've got my group where nobody's invested into a challenge yet, right? Where I'm just getting to know people. I've got my Coach Life posts, because I'm planting those seeds constantly because I need them to trust me. I need them to see I'm serious. I've got my, invite post that I'm going to throw down. And I know you need to invite to challenge groups as well. So really be mindful of your calendar and be like, maybe I'm going to invite to the challenge the first 2 weeks of the month, and then I'll recruit the last 2 weeks. Just kind of be, don't go crazy with yourself. Like, I'm going to challenge group invite, and just kind of pace it out. I do a little calendar. I think somebody posted a calendar. I think that was Lindsay. I'm sure she's got the same idea going on. Okay. All right, so once you are at that private invite, this is where the majority of everything is going to happen. This is where the majority of people are going to sign up. They're not going to just see your call to action and be like, yeah, sign me up, let's go. Like, took me 8 months of her posting over and over and over. So in this private invite example, you can see I'm finding out about them, I'm forming them, I'm doing exactly what I told you guys to do. And if you get people who like your post, make sure you say, hey, thanks for the love, were you interested? Or you just show me some love. I know that was already brought up as well, so we're just gonna keep skipping on by. What I do, my exact invite when I see someone who's amazing, like they're posting, maybe they're a new friend of mine, or they're on Instagram and they've got like an incredible page, and I know they're not a coach or anything, and I've said, hey, I love your page, like, how's your journey going? You're so awesome. And they just keep sharing great stuff. And I'm like, you would make an amazing coach. And I praise them. And then I'm like, do you know what that is? Have you heard of Beachbody before? Because I'm like kind of known to go find people outside of Beachbody. And through challenge groups as well. But because of coming in before those groups, that's just kind of how I've been wired or trained, or however you want to put it. So I'm like always just anyone in fitness, like, oh, you should do this, you gotta check this out. Another thing I do, this might make you feel really comfortable, so you can write this down. Do you know anyone who would love to earn extra income while working on their health and fitness goals? That's a safe invite. Sometimes people don't want to directly invite, so it's like, do you know anyone? And if they come back and they're like, hello, me, then you can be like, awesome, like, what are you doing right now in your life? Are you working? Do you stay home? Like, these are kind of colder, people you're getting to know a little bit. Obviously, if you know them already, you don't really have to ask those questions. You can just move forward into, I would like to show you a video to learn a little bit more, or I'd like to invite you to a sneak peek. Whatever it is, you need to have something for them to watch and see and be a part of. Webinars are awesome as well. So you can, how many people have coach webinars where you talk about the business? Do you have webinars like saved on YouTube? Use that thing all the time. Like when people are like interested, you want to just form them, get to know a little bit about them. If they're coming from posts, sometimes they come from posts, or sometimes you're privately inviting them. All you have to do is send them that webinar if you don't have a scheduled plan. Does this all make sense? Okay, cool. All right, in here I added share your story, but it's not here, so I'm gonna just go over it really quick. Where's my notes on that? Okay, so the biggest thing with sharing your story is that you need to share that probably twice a week. So this is separate from your breadcrumbing. You probably need to share your story twice a week, and you need to talk about where you were before, what you didn't like about it, your solution, that's number 3, that's Beachbody, and number 4 is where you're headed. So twice a week. Here's the thing, number 2 is what's going to get them to listen to you. That needs to be in your webinar as well, by the way. Like, story is everything. They need to relate to your story. So when I'm telling you I'm looking for the people who hate Sunday nights, that's my story. Like, and who hate driving in traffic, and who don't want to commute, and who don't want to do 9 to 5. Like, those are my people. That's what I'm looking for. They can be moms. I am a mom, like, at this point, but I wasn't when I started. And like, I do get people who aren't there yet. They're not moms yet. They're kind of newlywed, and because that was me, you know, like, that was me. And they're getting ready to do the mom thing, and I'm like, man, we need to work hard right now. As soon as those kids get here, it's over. All right, so twins. I don't encourage it. Okay. All right, let's talk about leadership. I just want to say real quick before I move on, the puzzle, again, is your group. It's your Coach Life posts. It's your private and public invites. Your private invites need to match your public posts. So that's why those postings are important. The group is just an awesome place for you to kind of like funnel the people, if you will, and really add value and just be there for them, build relationships, have them build relationships with each other. You can run little contests in there. You know, it's just, and of course challenge groups is another great way. That was just not there when I was a coach, when I was a new coach. So developing your dream team, you really already know most all of this. This is, you know, who is your ideal coach? Make sure you understand that. Coach personalities. So we've been talking a little bit about this, right? How do you motivate your coaches to get going? For me, I started this business. I'm a Ruby. Sorry, I'm wearing red. I am a hardcore Ruby. And I got in this thing, and my theme was love it or leave it, get in or get out. And like, I had all these pearls come in, and they hated me. And I'm like, I don't understand why these people hate me. I don't get it. Like, we're making money here. What's wrong? Like, this is awesome. She's waiting for me to say that. Like, how do you not want to do this? How do you not want to do all these things? And they were like, I don't care about the money. And I'm like, I go to Danny Johnson, or no, I read her book first. I get told to read her book. So it was the first book I read. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh, they're not motivated by that. Wow, I feel dumb right now. Okay. So then I was like, all right, girls, here's the thing, is like, you're genuinely helping change these lives. Because the truth of the matter is, the money is a direct reflection of the lives that you have one by one built, the friendships that you've worked to help change. That you've been brave enough to put yourself out there to talk to them. So, losing my voice here. They're driven by a cause, all right? So that is how you motivate a pearl to keep going. They don't care about the money. Emeralds, they care about facts and figures. So the way that I motivate them is I'm like, I need you to trust me, because they overthink it all. If you overthink your posts, I need you to trust me and stop it. You need to stop overthinking your posts. Just throw them up there, and if you're like, you know, it's not really getting traction, or this doesn't seem like the right time, then edit it, or change it, or whatever. Like, there's a delete button if you want to delete. It's not a big deal, just get it up. That's what you need to do, is get it up. So I asked them to trust me. And then when they start hitting Success Club and they start seeing money, facts and figures, they're like, ooh, I like this, and they keep going. And then they're just gonna follow the directions you give them. As for the Sapphires, they need fun. You need to make it fun. Make sure and this team makes it fun. You are led by a Sapphire. I know it's about to get really fun in here. That's it. They want it to be fun. They love recognition. And then the Rubies, you just challenge us. That's all you gotta do. I'm telling you what, I joined this group. Josh Coates is this, I don't know if you guys know him yet, but he has this like thing where he challenges you. And I was like going so hard because he challenged me, and I was like, I can do that. But that's just how they are. It's Team Cup. If you have a Ruby on your team, it's Team Cup. This is their time. All right, developing diamonds. First things first, you gotta lead by example. You need to be in phase 1. You need to be doing all the things you want your coaches to do. Yes or yes? Yes. If you're not getting Success Club, if you're not signing coaches, if you're not running groups, do you think that your coaches are going to do anything? No, they're gonna do what you do. So, when I created my free group, guess who all came through my free group? My diamonds. And guess what they did? I said, create a group and add all the people, because I didn't understand that was annoying at the time. Now we ask, we make a post about it, like, would you like to join a motivational group, recipes, yada yada, whatever you're gonna offer in there, and then they're like, yes! And then you add all the people, and then you have the people add friends, right? And you start to grow something that's so duplicatable, because guess what? Then I'm like, add me. I want in the group. I'm gonna help you point out who in here would make an awesome coach. And then they start to figure out like, oh, okay, that's what a coach, okay, that's coach, like that would be an awesome coach. And we start to work through that. Another thing we do is we have them write a list of their own warm market of dream team coaches. Tomorrow's the Super Bowl, right? We've already talked about this. Who do you want on your Super Bowl team? Who do you want to run this thing with you, right? Really there are people, I bet, that are coming to your mind right now that you're like, oh, she'd be so amazing. I gotta go tell her. And I'm telling you what, there's a couple girls, there's family, people that I was never brave enough to invite. Shame on me, because they're in other businesses now and they're killing it. And I'm like, oh, why didn't I invite them? So go do it. Don't learn from me. All right, once we've got people to talk to, you get in there and you help them talk to the people. Phone calls, Zoom, Facebook chats, running events with them, running webinars, featuring them on the webinar and their success story. And I don't care if they made 50 bucks or if they lost 50 pounds, whatever, right? There's so many ways you can love coaching. And when you do create this list, find out why they're picking these specific people for the list. What is it about that person? So then you can breathe that life into that person when you're talking to them. So you are basically doing you're doing the talking. You're doing the I'll do it first. You watch me, and then you're gonna do it, and I'll see how you're doing. I'll watch you, and now you're gonna go do it. And now they can go, and now you can do that with your next group. And when you have a smaller team, it is easy to get in the groups with, have them all have their little free group, and you can get in there and help. It does get a little bit more challenging when you have a big team. So I just take it one day at a time. Like really, we'll talk about, I think, I'm going to talk about recognition, and then I'll talk about kind of how I can identify who deserves my time. All right, so y'all know going diamond means going emerald over and over and over, right? That's it. It's just going emerald, I don't know, every 2 weeks. I tell them I'll go 2 and 2. 2 new coaches every 2 weeks. Just do 2 new coaches every 2 weeks. That's it. Did I make it sound simple? It is, you guys, come on. Really, it is, it's that simple. So I got this idea from another coach, I think, if I recall, and it's called the double and triple emerald system. And you celebrate when they go double emerald, and you celebrate when they go triple emerald. And guess what? They're almost diamond. Yay! So I will make a pretty photo. Here you see this is one of my coaches. She went triple emerald. So what that means is she has 6 active coaches on her team, right? And so every time when she got to 4, when she goes emerald, you give them an emerald shout out, right? When she goes double emerald, that's 4 active coaches. You go, congrats on double emerald. I'm sending you a water bottle, or you send them a little something. I could tell you a couple little cool gift ideas from Sarah Robbins. She does Target gift cards that are like $10, and she's like, your business is on Target, right? Super cute things. Or Starbucks, your business is brewing. Or she does iTunes, like, your business rocks. Simple. And you send a little card, the pretty cards that are like super positive, and like your life is just beginning, it's just getting started. This is like, literally, you're just getting started, and we're just gonna go emerald over and over. And then I give them a countdown worksheet, just like Christina was showing you, fill in the circles. I give them a little countdown worksheet with a little pretty photo of them. So they understand how much do I have left. So at the end of the day, you guys, this whole thing is about relationships. To develop a big team like this, you want to create an environment where they want to come, where they want to hang out, where they're going to build a family, they're going to get to know each other. So here you've got Summit, we had a lunch party. If you're going to Summit, you best be thinking right now, like, where am I going to meet my team? If you only have 2 coaches on your team, when can I go to lunch with them? Or when can I go to dinner with them? Or maybe I'll invite them over to my house, right? That's what you need to do. That is a big piece of what you need to do. And I was kind of nervous about doing this in the beginning. I think because I'm an outgoing introvert, someone said that, and we're kind of like, we want to be over here, but we kind of want to be out here. Like, we kind of like our home, but we also love our people. It's a complicated thing. Anyways, so I had a retreat. I've had 3 retreats. One, I brought in the whole team. I didn't care what level you were at. You could be a coach, you could be a 5-star, you could be a 2-star, I didn't care. All I cared about was if you hit Success Club for 4 months, and if you didn't, you could pay your way through. And you could still be there because I knew how powerful something like an event was gonna be. And it's worked really well. Last year, I opted to do a team leader retreat. So I went to the leadership ladder because volume is important. It's key, right? It's a big key piece if you want to grow this thing and never have to face the 9 to 5 again, right? Like, I don't want to ever do. So I focused on team leader last year. I was developing team leaders, and I was like, we're gonna have a retreat. I rented a mansion in Arizona, in Scottsdale, and I hired Josh Coates to come speak for the weekend, and we had some other people come speak, but that wasn't, the speaking was good, but what was great was we had fun, we had time with each other, we were building relationships, and then lots of coach posts came out of that, and they're able to duplicate because they're like, look how amazing this business is, right? So again, the runners are gonna run. They may only need you once or twice. They may be like, hey, how do I do what I'm doing? Okay, all right, I'm gonna go do it. Just like me, if you tell me, like, here's an idea, who gave the idea with the coach prep group, or was it the coach getting started prep group? Yeah, I'm like, done, let's do this. I'm gonna try this. I'm ready to go. Those are the kind of people when they're like, yes, whatever you say, I'm going. I'm not gonna let any fear stop me. I got this. Those are your runners. They may need you, they may just go, and you just kind of need to navigate and guide them along. And I consider a person who gets my time a person who gets Success Club too. Like, they don't need to get 5 yet. Like, those are the people that I start to take seriously. Does that make sense? So we're starting our free group. We're adding people to it. we're going to start inviting, we're going to start talking to some people, and if they follow all those things, I'm like, yes, this is someone that I can work with. And that's consistent, you guys. If they fall off the map with their points and everything slows down, I'm like, are you okay? Like, we're gonna do a check-in, everything going okay? And if they're just like, I'm going to Beachbody Island over here far away and I'm not gonna respond to you, which happens, I'm like, okay, energy's going to the people who are. And always be looking for new people. Like Christina said, there's so many people who need this. I just saw a girl yesterday. I'm so sick of my 9 to 5. I just want to be with my son. Like, she made this post and I'm like, I need to talk to her. Like, she was right there, and they're everywhere. And then I just emphasize all of this with my personally sponsored, so it starts to duplicate, and they can do that and down the line. That's how we do it. Oh, so I have to give you homework. I'm pretty sure I gave it to you though. You wrote your Coach Life posts, yes? Create a group. Tell your coaches to create a group, okay? I'll post these slides. So start one big fitness community, if you will. Now, bonus tip, you can totally do this with a like page, but like pages cost money. So it's another story, it's another training. That is when you're ready for that, you can do that. I'm just saying, like, that is when you're ready to invest. Otherwise, work with a group. You can collect and you can meet new people and get them to join your group. Have your coaches set up this group, and you're gonna schedule a backstage pass or sneak peek. Put it on the calendar right now and gather your team and do it. Tell them to invite people. That's it. That's all I got.